Okay, so this is how one of the 5 alerts works. We have 12 streets. We look at the numbers. So there's a 6. Let's have a look. Okay, there's a 6. So we start down here. Number 22. We look at number 22. He was in that street. We now get rid of that street. Instead of having 12 streets now, we only have 11 left. The next number out was a 6. We now get rid of that street. We don't want him. Next one is 36. We don't want him. So every time a new number, 16, comes out, just one number from that street, we get rid of the entire street. Number 6 has already been out, and number 5 has already been out, so we do not worry about them. We don't do anything. The 29 is this street here. Get rid of him. The number 2 is this street here. The 0 is not included in this. Number 11 is this street. So as you can see, these streets, 30, they're all done. These streets are deleted, they're not part of it. We're just trying to find the last street out. So 23, we've already got that street. So what I'll do is, well, I don't have to do it. We just keep going until we have another street that has not already been out, however long that takes. Until eventually what happens is we only have one street left. Then these are the numbers that we are going to use, just those three, 19, 20 and 21. We're going to use those on one of the recouping systems of numbers that we don't want to come out. I'll show you that in a minute. Now as for the alerts, I'll now go over to the iPad and put it on the phone so you can see how that works. Okay, now what happens is we're going to enter numbers into the app, and before we start, if we just go over to the page that has the 5 alerts. As you can see here, these are the 5 alerts, and these pink orange boxes mean that they are not active at the moment. So these numbers in here is how many, like the streets have 12 different lots of numbers in them. This one has 18, 12, 12 and 9. So each time a street comes out, as I'll show you, I'll go to here and we'll get rid of street number 1. So he's now in the app. So you see number 1 down there, he's in, and there's been a count of 1. There's only one number in the app. So we're going to go over here, and now you see that 1 street's missing. There was 12 and now there's 11 missing, and this keeps going all the way down until we have 1 left. So we did street 1. We'll do street 1, 2, 3. Do street 4. So that's 2. That's 3. Then 10, 13, 16, 19. Right, let's see how many streets we've got left now. Zero. We've got no streets left. Oh, sorry, this one street here, street 34, 35, 36. Those 3 numbers are the last street out. Every other street has been out. So this 0 here is saying that this is the very first spin that this street here has been by itself. So what we'll do now is you can use those 3 numbers when you're playing a recouping system for the numbers you don't want to come out. Now I'll go back and put a few more results in, but not the last street. And see that 0 just there, we'll watch that. So I go over to here, put this one in. Now we can shoot back to where we were. And now you see it says there 7 times. There's been 7 spins and these numbers have not come out. So what happens when they do come out, whatever spin that number is, it'll go on to the next page, this page here under streets, and it will put a whole lot of results so you know that last time, that this is the first time that those numbers have not been out, and it got to say game 7. The next time this happened, it might get to game 3, and the next time, game 12. So you get a list of how many times these different alerts took to come out. And then these numbers here, one of them tells you, I'll just go and get a previous one. So if I do this one here, I've got to go to there, then here. Okay, so that one there has told me that at this point in time there's 2 more streets to go before it's active. But if I click on that bell, then that shows me all the other times that there was one street. There was one street and it went out for 12 times. After the 12th time it finished, it lost. Then the next time the street is 1 left, there was 13 times and then the number came out. On this one there was 1 game and then the number came out, 8 and 27 and so on. So what these numbers here do, I'll do it this one here, okay? This is telling you that there were 11 results in the other page, and 2 of them are what's going to happen next. So that 0 means this is the first time, and I want to know on the next spin, which is spin number 1, how many times have we had a spin number 1 come out? Well, it's telling me that it's come out twice in 11 results. So this is 12 boxes, so I'll push that, we go over to 12 boxes, which is here, and we see that the number 1 has come out twice, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 results. So we go back here, so that's what it says. It says there's been 11 results already, and because we're on spin 0, the next spin is called number 1. When that happens, there's already been 2 spins at number 1 where these numbers came out. So you can use that information and say, alright, this is too risky for those numbers for me not to take. Or you can do it the opposite way and say, hey, well maybe since it's been out, maybe I should take those 3 numbers. But that's how the alerts work. Once this alert comes out, it goes back to how it started off. And this just keeps on going and going and going. All these different alerts work the same way, except they have different amounts of numbers in them. And that's all there is to that.